Let me talk to you a little bit about something I call new thinking. Albert Einstein had a great quote. He said, "We can't solve the problems of today with the same level of thinking that created them in the first place." Can't solve the problems of today with the same level of thinking that created them in the first place. And when it comes to new thinking, how many of you have heard of outside-the-box thinking? I mean, oh, God, are you ready to puke? Well, I submit to you that the new game is not inside the box and it's not outside the box. There is no box. In the new game, it's no box thinking. You throw away the box. Here's why. Even if you're outside the box, you're still tethered to the box, right? A little bit. Like the elephants, you know how they used to tie up the elephants with big heavy rope so they couldn't get loose? And then once they got them conditioned to believe they couldn't actually get loose, you know what they did? Take the heavy rope off, put the little twine on, and they march right behind each other, right? That's us. I've been there. Why? Because if you're outside the box, you're still tethered to the box. Actually, if you're outside the box, you're just inside a bigger box. You got that? If you're outside the box, you're just inside a bigger box. What I say is this weekend, you can go back and do whatever you want after this weekend. This weekend, throw the box away. There is no box. And when you operate from no box thinking, you essentially clean the slate. All possibilities exist. The only possibilities that don't exist for you are the ones that you box yourself into, right? Would you agree? So get rid of are you prepared to get rid of the box? Give me a yeah on that one. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so throw the box away. A couple of months ago, I was fortunate enough to be the keynote speaker for Ken McCarthy's system seminar. So I don't know if any of you had attended that seminar. I know Paulie was there. And one of the comments I made for the System Club meeting, it was a private meeting of his inner circle people, I said that your upside is not on the outside. Your upside is on the inside. Your upside is not on the outside. Your upside is on the inside. Michelangelo, however you pronounce it, from Jersey, it's Michelangelo. He was reportedly asked, I wasn't there, so I can't prove it, you know, some scribe took this down, said, hey, how did you do that? How did you create that thing called the David? You guys have heard of that? His great, just an absolute masterpiece. And you know what he said? It was fascinating. And I've used this because it's what I do for a living. He said, I didn't create anything. The David was already there. All I did was chip away the marble to find the David inside. And so what I'm suggesting to you is that I'm here to help you chip away the marble that you built up over the years to hide the real you, all right? Because I know I've built up marble. Believe me, it's taken me years and years and years and years to chip away and chip away. And I'm not there yet. I'm still discovering pieces of me that I buried underneath all that marble over the years. But the real you is inside. And if you really want to enjoy your work, if you really want to be successful, quote unquote, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't, I mean, those are important things. But at the end of your days, you want to be able to look back and say, I lived a full life. I lived the life I was really meant to live. So I suggest to you that it's so much more rewarding and fulfilling if you do your business, you live your business from the inside out. Find out what it is that you really enjoy doing, and then surround yourself with teammates. The big distinction in the new game, the new world, is an interdependent world. That is the single biggest distinction of all. That the old game, if you will, was a dependent game. And then about 1980, 85, all of a sudden everybody wanted to be independent, right? Everybody wants to be in their own business. And then you get into your own business and what do you realize? Can you do it by yourself? No, so you have to be interdependent. That means that you must assemble a team around you who bring out your best. I want you to think about the 5 people who are around you, and are those 5 people who are around you most, do those people bring out your best? And if any one of those people do not bring out your best, in fact, if they bring out your worst, then I suggest you don't have to stop loving them, just get away from them. Okay? I had to do this with family and friends. I love them dearly. But what I recognized is that they weren't elevating me, not just from a business perspective, they were actually depleting me. And you only have so much life force, right? You're only given so much life force. And if you're around people who are constantly depleting your life force, you're giving away your most precious resource, your most precious asset. So look around you. Look at the people who are here who you would like to be on your team. I know there's some of you who I would love to be on your team, and I'd love to have you on my team. And I hope to meet you over the course of the next couple of days. So when it comes to thinking, your upside is inside. And when you get that, what's going to happen is you're going to claim your authority. How many of you claim your authority, honestly? One person? Come on. Do you guys claim your authority? Why not? What holds you back from claiming your authority? Is it that you don't know enough? Probably not, right? You probably know enough. What holds you back from claiming? What's the theme of this weekend? What's the one word that transcends everything? Authority, right? You guys want to be an authority, don't you? You can't be an authority if you don't claim it. You've got to claim your authority. And how you claim your authority is you get in touch with who you are as a person. That's where the authority is. It's an inside job. It's not an outside job. By the way, I'm the youngest of 8 children. And my dad was a New York City cop. So I had a real issue with authority, as you can well imagine, right? And as the youngest of 8 children, dad, New York City cop, you know, they don't get much more blue collar than NYPD Blue. I, for years and years and years, rejected my own authority. You know why I rejected my authority? Because I hated authority. So how, is that a little bit of a conflict? You know, how do I claim authority when I reject authority? Think that affected my life and my business a little bit? Yeah. Now I'm finally, you know, claiming my authority. And that was an inside job. It wasn't somebody else saying to me, oh, you're an authority. Oh, yeah, thanks very much, but I don't believe it. Now I'm claiming my authority. So claim your authority.